from number crunching to advising.
Yeah.
मतलब I do understand that you've been an hustler. ये तो बहुत यूनिक है यार.
Numbers are very important aspect, I feel, in any business. Any business, numbers always play a game, and that's your answer as well. If you are able to understand your numbers, your business can go out of proportion the way you want, the way you dream about, the way you feel contented about your business. That's the way it is.
How do you actually make sure that they grow, they expand? सालों साल हम लोग सेम टर्नओवर कर रहे हैं. जो 1-1.5 करोड़ कर रहा है वो 1-1.5 करोड़ कर ही रहा है पिछले 5 साल से. इसको आप लीप तक कैसे लेके जाते हो? नेक्स्ट ऑर्बिट कैसे लेके जाते हो?
Do you want me to be really honest? First is, founder himself or herself is a bottleneck. You have to take this with a pinch of salt, but the major concern is the founder himself or herself. Now I'll tell you why. One is attitude. मुझसे better ये कोई काम नहीं कर सकता. So he is the only doer in the business. I've developed something what we call it as 168 hours. 168 hours is basically, number of hours you give in one day into 7 days. Okay. In that 168 hours, I actually asked some of my coaches, you just write it down for 1 week and you tell me how much time you are giving to an activity which is revenue generating and which is something which you have to do but which is not revenue generating. You'd be shocked to know 80% of the time is going on repetitive tasks.
वेलकम टू येट अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ बग स्टूडियो. हम लाते आपकी मतलब की बातें और इस सीजन में हमारे साथ है मेरे बहुत ही खास मित्र हार्दिक दवे. हार्दिक, हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
Good buddy, good. How are you?
वेरी गुड. सेम एनर्जी. सुबह 7 बजे वाली, रात को 10:30 बजे.
So 3 बजे भी उठा लो, यही एनर्जी मिलेगी. This is the way I work, buddy.
अरे वाह वाह. हार्दिक इज अ वेरी वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन एंड वी हैव अदर कॉमन फ्रेंड्स ऑल्सो. उनमें से एक विनीत भी है.
Yeah, you cannot forget him.
ऑफ कोर्स. इतना बड़ा इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है.
Talk about it.
हार्दिक, तुम्हारी जो जर्नी रही है
हाँ.
बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग रही है. मुझे क्यों इंटरेस्टिंग लगती है? बिकॉज फ्रॉम मैनेजिंग मनीज, compliances, you also coach businesses,
Right.
business owners.
Right.
इसके बारे में कुछ बताओ यार.
I'm a first generation chartered accountant and I started my practice in 2011. Being a hustler myself, I've always wanted to do something new, and being a first generation, Saugata, right? I mean, it's very difficult to get business.
Difficult. Yes.
I mean, to get that traction, to get that business is really a task.
Yeah.
So in the due course, there was something like GST which came up. So I became one of the train the trainers program, and I started training chartered accountants on GST and other related matters.
Wow.
I took up seminars in ICAI, I took up seminars in FICCI, CII, and even couple of bigger corporates as well, listed corporates as well. And by that, I got that traction. Okay, cut to COVID. COVID came. People were doing business, but there were no accountants. So I was like, yeah, there is an opportunity over here as well. Let me work on that. So I hired a better team. I gave them all the laptops. सबको पैसा कमाने था. COVID के time पे earning money was a very big task.
Correct.
So I said, सब अपने घर पे बैठ के accounts लिखो. I asked my clients, आपके अगर accountant नहीं आता है, I'll ensure your books are updated and we'll file your returns as well. So this is the whole journey I took it ahead. Then in 2022, there was something which I still felt that it is missing. I mean, the scaling up is a real task, being a first generation.
Correct.
So then I took up a business coaching for my own self, my practice, that what should I be doing, How do I ensure that things change for me? While doing that, I realized that there are a lot of MSMEs like me, small business owners like me, who are facing the same sort of issues what I've been facing over a period of time.
Yeah.
So I said, why not help them? So I started very small. I started, that in there is a ratio in our businesses, 30-70. You know about
Correct,
it, right?
correct.
So there are 30% of our clientele who would be high-paying clients, right? So I met them. I asked them that I would like to consult you. I like to be with you. Take the other side of the table. Not be just your compliance partner, but help you grow your business, scale your business. So people with growth mindset, they understood what I'm trying to say, and I started my journey that way. So it was very passive. I used to do it as a part of the activity, but then over a period of time, I realized that there is a lot of potential. There is an immense potential. The potentiality is because there is a solution to a problem, and the problem over here is that MSMEs are finding it difficult to take it to another level.
Correct.
Right? So usually in service sector, if you are in 30-40 lakhs of a turnover, usually you are happy, because 50% profit होता है, you are happy. एक गाड़ी ले ली, एक घर ले लिया, ज़्यादा करके एक फार्म हाउस ले लिया. But there is more potential to probably go from 30-40 to I think, I don't know, 150 crore, 100, sorry, 100, 1.5 करोड़ या 2 करोड़ का टर्नओवर.
यार मुझे तो 150 अच्छा लग रहा है.
150 is also possible. Okay, so
Correct.
I mean, okay, so actually 150 crore of turnover, it is possible. It is just that business owner is not realizing that potential because he's working in his business.
Correct.
And not on his business. So I'll explain that to you more about it. But this is the reason why this journey of getting into this side. Apart from that, obviously my compliance related work is already there. We have a team who are taking care of all these aspects as well. But my passion of nurturing, growing those business owners to take them up to such a level there, probably they can come up with their IPO someday, is the dream which I look forward. That's where I would love to be.
यार फ्रॉम नंबर क्रंचिंग
Yeah.
टू एडवाइसिंग,
Yeah.
ये कैसे हुआ? मतलब आई डू अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू बीन एन हसलर, बट ये तो बहुत यूनिक है यार.
So numbers are very important aspect, I feel, in any business. Any business, numbers always play a game, and that's your answer as well. If you are able to understand your numbers, your business can go out of proportion the way you want, the way you dream about, the way you feel contented about your business. That's the way it is. So usually a business coach, what I have seen, looking at a lot of videos, I've seen a lot of YouTube videos, attended a lot of sessions. It's more of a motivation. So in Gujarati we say smashan vairagya. Okay, smashan vairagya is that when somebody dies, you go to that place and you are there and you see everybody crying and you feel ye zindagi kya hai. So this is what it is. But once you are out of that place, again you are calling your client, mera paisa nahi aaya. Again you're asking your vendor, kal payment karta hu. So it is a part of that, right? So it's the motivations is that something like that. It's a balloon. Okay, it gets created. As far as the business is concerned, it gets created. You feel really pepped up that I want to do everything. Okay, but once you are out of that place, it will burst. Okay, it might take hours, it might take a day, it might take 6 months or a year, but it will burst. The reason to keep the motivation there is to execute. Okay, the most important aspect of any sort of coaching you take is to execute what your coach is telling you to execute about, and as a CA, CAs, you also would be having a CA. We are very good with executions. You ask us, we will execute everything for you. But to present it, it's a matter of concern, right? That's the way the CAs are. But apart from that, what is most important is execution. So I, as a chartered accountant, I help in executing. I'm there with them for next 12 to 13 months. And I ensure that whatever we have been discussing, I help them execute and show them by way of numbers. So I show them the change in their business by way of numbers. So then that motivation stays. You get that flavor of growing your business. You feel that contentment, and that's where I come from.
Oh. Yeah. This is such a great conversation we're having because currently I know I can see Hetal smiling because she is somebody who has been behind the numbers, making sure that MIS is in place.
Absolutely.
So I understand ki why numbers are so important and why it is one of the most motivational factor for any business owner.
Absolutely.
I mean for the best or the worst also. कि ये numbers गलत है भाई अभी business बंद करना पड़ेगा नया कुछ सोचो.
Right.
To wow we are doing so good.
Right.
That brings me to the second question. कितना भी कोशिश कर लो वो छोटे ही रह जाते हैं. How do you actually make sure that they grow, they expand? क्योंकि ये जो vicious cycle बोलते हैं हम उसमें हम सब अटक के एक बार हो चुका है. सालों साल हम लोग सेम टर्नओवर कर रहे हैं. जो 1-1.5 करोड़ कर रहा है वो 1-1.5 करोड़ कर ही रहा है पिछले 5 साल से.
Right.
इसको आप लीप तक कैसे लेके जाते हो, नेक्स्ट ऑर्बिट कैसे लेके जाते हो?
Do you want me to be really honest on this?
प्लीज.
Okay. See, I think there are three crucial reasons. At a macro level, I'm saying, but these are the very three crucial reasons why business owners, especially small business owners, are not able to take it to another orbit, as you correctly said. First is founder himself or herself is a bottleneck. Okay.
Oh.
You have to take this with a pinch of salt, or I mean, but the major concern is the founder himself or herself. Now I'll tell you why. One is attitude. मुझसे better ये कोई काम नहीं कर सकता है. Okay, so he is the only doer in the business. Okay, second and most important aspect within the founder thing is that he lacks to take the decision. Okay, when he's supposed to take. Is it because he's thinking? No. The reason is he does not have a clarity of why to take that decision at that point of time. Okay, the clarity of why this has to be done at this point of time. And he loses it out. Again, first is founder's bottleneck. Second is about talking about the systems and processes. There are a lot of activities which every business owner does, and which are repetitive. And he's very busy. You would see him, "Arey yaar, I'm boggled up with these things, this thing. But if he actually takes out, I've developed something what we call it as 168 hours. 168 hours is basically number of hours you give in one day into 7 days. Okay. In that 168 hours, I actually asked some of my coaches, you just write it down for 1 week and you tell me how much time you are giving to an activity which is revenue generating and which is something which you have to do but which is not revenue generating. You'd be shocked to know 80% of the time is going on repetitive task of ensuring फाइलिंग हुआ कि नहीं, इसका माल पहुंचा कि नहीं, इसका जीएसटी रिटर्न फाइल हुआ कि नहीं, टीडीएस रिटर्न का ड्यू डेट है पेमेंट हुआ कि नहीं, इसके पास फॉलो अप करना था किया कि नहीं, मैंने स्टाफ से बात की कि नहीं, मेरे स्टाफ ने ये काम किया कि नहीं, मैं उसी के अंदर घूम रहा हूँ. अभी इसमें मिस्टेक किसकी है? Not having systems and processes for the repetitive task. Once you have an SOP at place, checklist at place, all you have to do is ensure it is being followed, right? But that's where they get stuck. Third is money psychology. Okay, money has a psychology, you know that. So as a small business owner, if I earn, let's say, I get a windfall and I earn 1 crore rupees, I hope I earn someday, but if I earn 1 crore rupees, what I'll do? I'll end up buying a better car for me, probably buy a better house for me. But what I miss on doing it is reinvesting that same money in my business. That's what big business owners do. That's what MNCs do. They invest in their business. So where do you invest? Simple hai, invest on people, invest on your marketing skills, invest on technology, right? I mean, the way the technology is moving ahead, I mean, it's going to be like a drastic step. I mean, 10 years down the line, what we are talking today about various issues, probably AI would be telling us.
Yeah.
So are we ready for it? That's the whole game. So they are not investing in that particular proportion and they are investing only in having their better lifestyle. So I would sum it up in such a way that it's more of a lifestyle business MSME owners are unfortunately working upon. But not in a scalable business, that's where the actual game is.
For 20 years now, Hardik, I'm being very genuine. Whatever we earned in triangles or bug, we have reinvested.
Wow, very nice.
And we've
Very
been
nice.
very consistent on putting the money in the right place.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, I at times feel कि कभी कभी ना खुद को भी एक थोड़ा सा पर्क देना चाहिए. सो थोड़ा योलो भी हो जाता है मेरे साथ. So, उसको कैसे कंट्रोल करूँ वो मैं सोच रहा हूँ. एंड प्रॉब्ली आई टेक सम टिप्स फ्रॉम यू. कभी कभी मैं अच्छा गाड़ी खरीद लेता हूँ, कभी कभी कुछ ये वो कर लेता हूँ. बट वो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि दैट्स फॉर मी टू गेट मोटिवेटेड कि यार ये लिया है, अब EMI भरना है. उसके लिए काम पे जाना है और बेटर करना है सो दैट दूसरा आ जाए.
Understood.
So maybe I am going wrong there, but at the same time, we have been very, very consistent in reinvesting in the business.
Super.
So I was speaking to someone from Ernst & Young. ऐसे ही बात चल रही थी, तो we were talking about stocks and we were talking about SIPs, ये वो सब. तो मैं बोला यार सबसे ज़्यादा रिटर्न्स किस में आता है? तो उसने एकदम क्लियरली बोल दिया बिजनेस से.
Very true.
में आएगा.
Very true.
है कि नहीं?
Absolutely.
12%, 15%, 18% ये सब आप करते हो.
Absolutely.
बट थोड़ा सा टाइम, थोड़ा सा एफर्ट डाल दो खुद की बिजनेस में, उसमें पैसे डाल दो.
Right.
आज नहीं तो कल
Perfect.
सबसे बड़ा रिटर्न इधर से आना है.
Yes.
मम्मी सुन रही हो ना? मेरे घर वालों को मैं बार बार ऐसे एश्योरेंस देता हूँ कि वी आर ऑन द राइट पाथ.
Yeah.
Am I on the right track or not? I think I should ask you more.
Okay, so Saugat, it is like that, I mean, if you earn something out of your business, you would want to have a better lifestyle for you. Completely agree, and I do not deny that. But there is always, the kind of investment of the value you receive, you have to ensure that. Like for example, as I give you my example of, let's say tomorrow I earn 1 crore rupees. Now out of that 1 crore rupees, how much in business I'm putting and how much I'm putting towards myself. Okay, so like for example, if you ask me, I might end up buying 20 lakhs worth of a car. Okay, it gives me a depreciation benefit as well. If I've taken on, let's say 35 lakhs of a car, I'd probably take a loan on it and pay an EMI over that because it's a depreciating asset. But I have to ensure that at least 80 lakhs goes within my business. Because I know that once I am growing in that fashion, that 80 lakhs might turn up to next 2 CR.
Yeah.
I would not name, I know I've done one study on one of the startups. I would not name them right now, but husband and wife, so both are consultants in a very big MNC. They left their job, okay? And they started with a company for the purpose of baby care products. Okay. And when they started, they were doing fine. I mean, MNC is earning well, right? I mean, good money for them. But again, hustler thing. So they were like, no, we are supposed to do something, and they had a baby and all that thing. Cutting the story short, they earned good in trading income. Okay. What they were trading their products. They used to buy it from somebody, sell it, white labeling and all that thing. You know how it works. But wife, okay, this is very important. Wife and husband was of an opinion, we have earned good, let's buy a better house or something like that. Wife was of an opinion that let's wait for 2 more years. She invested the whole value in a business. Okay.
Wow.
And today they have created an history, and I'm sure they would someday come up with an IPO. Okay.
What is the name of the brand?
I would not.
Come on, I would call them to the podcast. Yeah.
I'll not be able to share it, but this is the real story. That this is the way they are working. I mean, today also they would love to go. They can afford to go in business class, but still they go in economy class. They ensure living a subtle life, but at the same time they are thinking big. Okay, so they started when they were in 27, 28. They are right now in their 30, 35 range. But I'm sure after they cross 35, they will be the next unicorns. That's the way the game is. Okay, so I'm helping them somewhere or the other, and we have some NDAs at play, so I'm not able to name them. But this is the kind of story which gets created. And this why I've said about the wife, because in our tradition, the way we have been born and brought up, your mom, my mom, they would be more, whenever they received some money, being housewife as well, our father would give them some money, right? They would spend, but to certain extent, and keep something, right? And they would keep it. And one fine day, when there was a thick and thin in the families, which comes, there is always, I mean, the life is never going to be straight. There's always going to be wavy. So that time, that Stridhan was always useful. So when I met her as well, I always tell her that you being so young, I mean, she's younger than me as well. I see that old school thing coming out, that's the best portion, that this is the way people think. So women empowerment, women coming into business is a go-to thing and should happen more. And our government has been putting forward, giving lot of benefits for MSME women entrepreneurs as well, which I think your clientele, your friends should take a lot of benefit about. And we should ask women to get into entrepreneurship, because I mean, whatever we say, boss, their EQ is much more better than ours. Okay, so that's the way it works. So
trust me, I know. My business partner Hetal, she has been my backbone.
Absolutely.
I hope one day I become her backbone. But both the businesses, I think she has been staying strong, making sure that the office is run. Running two businesses is not a joke. And she also has a very profitable third business that she's running.
Wow.
I don't think that a normal man in his sanity will be able to do this.
Right.
At a, it's like, it's her everyday job. और ऐसा भी नहीं कि सबके घर पे सब सही होता है.
Yes.
उसके भी घर पे आलू नहीं है, प्याज नहीं होता है.
Absolutely.
होता है, वो भी टैकल करती है. वो भी टैकल करती है, साथ में तीनों बिजनेस भी करती है. I think yes, you are really correct when you say that women should enter businesses. They are so sorted in their heads.
Yeah.
They are the Gen Zs of our time.
No, so basically, guy, you know what? Men are transactional. So we are, transaction specific. ये काम हो गया, फिर चलो ठीक है, सौगत को मिल लिया, आगे बढ़ जाते हैं. But a woman is not transactional. She is relationship based. She'll think about how to nurture and create a relationship. And that's where the businesses are actually happening.
Yeah.
No? So that's what it is.
Yeah. No. I truly believe what you just said, because I am living that for the last 3 years. Business coaching, Hardik. Real growth or just motivation?
Oh yeah, I think now this is going to change the whole thing of whatever I said now.
No, I'll be very honest with you here. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम जैसे तुमने भी जब शुरू किया, you saw so many videos on YouTube.
I'm sure. Yes, 100%.
हम भी देखते हैं.
Absolutely.
और सिर्फ वो वीडियोस ही नहीं देखते. जैसे हम इंस्टाग्राम स्क्रॉल करने जाते हैं, एक आदमी आता है, बोलता है क्या आप बिजनेस ओनर हो, क्या आपके पास ग्रोथ नहीं है, हमारे पास उसका सोल्यूशन. कहाँ से आते हैं इतने सारे सोल्यूशन? तो when we see those ads and there are some familiar face जो I think पूरी दुनिया ने देख लिया, क्योंकि वो लोग सारा बजट मार्केटिंग का उसी में डाल देते. दूसरा तीसरा रील में क्या आप बिजनेस ओनर हो? हाँ मैं हूँ. आगे तो बोल. तो टेल मी, रियल मोटिवेशन.
Okay, very point blank question on me on this, but I'll just give you an aura. I mean, I've been reading a lot of self-help book. Okay, earlier I used to read lot of self-help book, and in relevance to business. Okay, personally तो ठीक है चल रही है लाइफ, but business relevance में भी self-help आता है somewhere or the other. So मैंने पढ़ा, ये देखा, वो देखा, बहुत बार वीडियोस भी देखे, YouTube के वीडियोस देखे. It is really peppy. I completely agree. I mean, creates a morning routine. आपको ये टाइम पे ये करना है, आपको ये टाइम पे ये देखना है, आपको वो ensure करना है कि ये चीज़ खत्म हो रही है कि नहीं. It was beautiful.
168 hours.
Yes, 168 hours. It is like that.
Yes.
It is like that.
Yes.
But the real problem again over here is execution. I'll tell you why. I'm saying that in what I do as a business coach and what I bring to the table for the coaches is that I do not start without the diagnostic report. So I mean, I would not just come and give you, the solution or probably give you a couple of motivational videos or, तू कर सकता है, तेरे अंदर ही वो जज्बा है. No. I would first understand where are you coming from. So there is a diagnostic report, there is a 65 questionnaire report, and on the basis of your answer, that question might increase or decrease, and there will be a 35-page report which will come to you. Okay, with that I come to you, I meet you, I make you understand that these are the pain points which you are facing, these are the things which are working fine for you, these are the things which needs improvement, and this is the way you can improve. Now, if you tell me that this is what I am looking for, perfect, you can take it ahead. But if you tell me, no, let's take this ahead. So I'll be like, okay, then I'll sit with you. I'll create a plan out of it. Then we'll create an accountability analysis. We will also work on a scenarios where, what strategies we need to use. And the most important is tracking. People create all these things, but they never track. If you're not tracking, you're not able to understand how much benefit or how much, how much you're spending upon. Like for example, somebody comes and tell you, Saugat, yeah, you're doing amazing work. Why don't you put a lot of, let's start paying Facebook. Let's create, create a hype out of it. And you go all over the Instagram. But is the ROI coming to you? Right? So that got to be tracked. If it is not working, it's not working. You got to tweak that. If it is working, then let's work more. Create a milestone. Enjoy that moment. Probably go out and have fun with your team. But after that milestone, work on the other milestone. So that's the way the table grows over here. Okay. And lastly, I help in execution. I'm there at the whole scenario from the start. Like, I mean, as a CA, my first session on business coaching is what, Can you just wild guess? What should be my first session on business coaching as a CA, as a chartered accountant? Okay, it might be
numbers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm working on the mindset. I'm with them on working on their mindset. I cannot just tell them what they want or probably just don't put the words on their face that this is what you need to work upon if their mindset is not clear. So this is my first session. After that, dhire, hole, I move them. So I'll just share with you an example.
Yeah.
There's one architect client of mine, okay? Amazing guy, good turnover, doing very good in life, have businesses in relevance to working with builders, developers, end users, school, colleges, hotels, everywhere doing a lot of work. But there are always a margins which are working upon. Like builders and developers will not give them that margins which might probably end user might give. Now the end user might need more time and effort for my client who is an architect. In schools and colleges, there might be better margins, but still there are a lot of compliance, things which he needs to take care upon.
Yeah.
So there's something which I call it as an ICP, that is, the client profiling activity. Okay, now in that client profiling activity, we work on 3 areas. One is resolve. So there is a problem which he or she is able to resolve. Resonate, they understand the industry, how industry works, what are initial working or the way the industry functions, the way the staff speaks about in that industry, or probably that verbatim which probably you and me may not be able to understand.
Yeah.
And last and most important is revenue. So we create an index, we identify which are those areas which will be for which he's able to resolve the problem, he resonates the industry, and most importantly generating revenue.
Yeah.
Now for my client, he identified that the second homes buyer are those areas, a client who can give him all these 3. Okay. So his now focus is on that area. His marketing collaterals are working on that area.
Nice.
He is doing all the activities towards that area. But does that mean that he is not going to cater to builder developer? Does that mean he's not going to cater to second home buyer? The
First home buyers.
The end users? No, absolutely not. He will cater to them as well.
Huh.
But whatever he's talking about, wherever he's around, he'll just talk about second home buyers. He'll talk about how he can help HNIs to create that ecosystem. He'll talk about how he can help to develop something like Spanish villas in Karjat. So this is the kind of profiling he has done.
Yeah.
So this is what I bring to table. And this is where you can actually see a value growth and profitability growth. So this is what I do. It is motivational, but at the same time, I again say that implementation is the key.
You know, you know me. I'm
Yeah.
quite a bright child.
Yeah, absolutely, Sagar.
So
Just like me.
yeah. तो तू जो सब बोल रहा है ना, तुझे पता है ना मैं सीख रहा हूँ.
हाँ, I don't mind. I want you
and
to learn.
and I think all our viewers, Bug Studio is dedicated to MSMEs.
Absolutely.
And we digitize भारतीय MSMEs. तो मैं अपने श्रोताओं से ये कहना चाहूँगा कि Hardik, as a business coach, I think he's answered 3 questions so well. I think you should consider him to coach you guys. Towards the end of the episode, we will also share his, LinkedIn page and all of that with you guys, so you can get in touch with him. That's what we do. End of the day, एक MSME जब भी grow करेगा तो India grow करेगा.
Absolutely correct. So I believe कि in next 10 years there is going to be at least nothing less than 150 plus SME IPOs. I'm saying a very small number. I feel I should actually probably say 1,000 plus, but there is an opportunity like that. Now, are those MSME ready for it? That's the most important aspect. I mean, if I tell you an example of any bank, like okay, Kotak Mahindra Bank. Okay, when Kotak Mahindra Bank came new in this business, okay, and they were there in this business, and there were only 3 banks. I still remember I was a small kid, but there was SBI being a nationalized bank, ICICI and HDFC. Okay, Kotak Mahindra Bank came up with something, what you call it as 6% interest rate पे saving account open करो. They hired Ranveer Singh and all sort of advertisement they did. Okay, and what they did out of that, they created a story out of it, and they themselves grew. So did they run out of profit? Absolutely not. So bank have 2 major expenses. One is payment of interest to the from whom they are taking this money, and second is infrastructure, branch cost. They were running lean on branch costing because obviously they were new and they were not yet geographically covering all the areas. But they ensured to give that money to the people who opened the savings account. Are they doing it now? No. But they are in top 3.
Wow.
You getting it?
Market capture कर लिया.
Absolutely. So is it a rocket science? Is it a rocket science? Today what I'm sharing, is it something which people do not know? Absolutely not. It is just that how are you looking at your business? What do you need to change about your business? I mean, Saugat, come on, tell me very frankly. When you started your triangles, okay, when you started Bug, okay, there was something in your mind where you were working upon that मैं ये business को यहाँ तक लेके जाऊँगा, right?
Correct.
In that journey of whatever period, 5, 10, 15 years, whatever you have crossed, do you always at the end of the day think that यार मैंने day 1, day 0 पे ये सोचा था, मैं अभी तक वहाँ पे भी नहीं पहुँचा हूँ और probably पहुँच गया हूँ and मेरा ये next milestone है. Do you think about that?
No.
That's what we as a small business owners do not do. Tracking, mapping it, ensuring that we are achieving that goals. We are just haywire. I mean, ये opportunity मिली grab कर ली, वो opportunity grab कर ली. But at the end of the day, we got to track because our end goal is different. So as a business coach, it may be me, it may be any bigger business coaches who are there in this country or probably over the world. They help you give a nudge, move you in that right direction where you are actually going to go. Okay, so that's where the whole thing is about.
So when you asked me, do you think about it every day? I said no, and then you said something after that. The truth of the matter is, I think about it every hour.
Wow.
I am somebody who saw one dream 20 years back, and I track my dreams every single hour.
Wow.
I am always at my station, sitting down. At times, obviously, Hetal will say कि तुम इधर चुपचाप बैठा है ऐसा. वो जो मेरा चुपचाप ऐसा बैठा है, I'm just thinking कि मेरे को ये करना था, ये नहीं करना था. Not that I have overachieved, not that I have, but there are certain dreams or goals that I had set for myself, and I make sure कि I tick them.
Tick mark. Yes.
तो ऐसे करते करते obviously when we also met, we met at WeWork.
Yeah. We met at WeWork. Yes.
WeWork,
Yeah.
and I told you one of my dreams.
Right.
That time did you not think कि ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही बोल रहा है?
I'll tell you very seriously, candidly, or seriously as well. When you all came to my office, and you know what, we prepared that report.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
remember,
yeah,
you
yeah.
and Hetal were there. And right now, I mean, before our session, I was just sitting with Hetal. That I mean, we're just discussing candidly, and you know, just because there was already something happening over here. And I told her that what you all were thinking at that point of time, where I was putting a number to that, you all have already started and initiated working on it, you know,
Yeah.
and that is visible. So that's the best part, that whatever you all were thinking about, you all were bringing it to life, okay, and that's beautiful because it's something, what you call it as, you know, that thing which is there in our inside, which I call it as gut, that you have to believe in that gut feeling. So I believe that you would have believed in that gut feeling, and you took that opportunity at right time, at right place, and that's why it has worked for you. And I hope it still works out, and I'm looking forward to have a place. Do you want me to spill over the whole thing which you shared with me at that point of time?
Please.
So I still remember you sharing that you have a bigger place where there are podcasts happening at various pods, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying more, but yes, this is what you were thinking about.
Correct.
And you already have started creating, and you're working in that area. So
Correct.
that is visible.
So right now where we are sitting is one of the podcast areas. Then we have another one there.
Right.
Then there's one more here.
Wow.
So we already working on that. We are
Nice.
also working on podcast van. So
Wow.
all of these things are happening because not everybody can come to the studio, but
Yeah,
the studio can go to them.
Absolutely. Superb.
So we're doing our best only for the MSMEs.
Yeah.
वो आगे बढ़ेंगे तो हम आगे बढ़ेंगे, दुनिया आगे
Very true,
बढ़ेगी,
very true.
इंडिया आगे बढ़ेगी.
Very true.
This brings me, I am holding my questions here. मैं ये वर्ड बोलना नहीं चाह रहा, बहुत मन कर रहा है तेरे को देख के, but still I will hold myself back. Very fortunately, do you realize that we are friends because most of us are businessmen?
Yeah.
So we have a circle.
Right.
Every time we meet, we have
Yeah.
couple of juices,
Yeah. Right.
exotic juices,
Yeah.
and that's where we start talking about one thing.
Right.
अरे यार मेरा स्टाफ ही सही नहीं है, अरे
Right.
यार क्लाइंट ने पैसे नहीं दिए, अरे यार मेरे को मज़ा ही नहीं आ रहा है, and the worst icing on the cake is मार्केट क्या खराब है.
Talk about it. That's the talk of the town today, man. I mean,
हर
this is I've been hearing, like, today is a fifth thing which I've heard this. Like, I mean, this is happening. I mean,
ओह गॉड, हर जगह
Yeah.
और ऊपर से मतलब ऐसे ऐसे न्यूज़ेस आ रहे हैं कि जैसे ही तुम सोचते हो कि अभी सब ठीक हो गया, अब थोड़ा 2-4 दिन रेस्ट करूंगा, इतने में न्यूज़ आ जाता है पेट्रोल मत चलाओ, सोना मत खरीदो, बाहर जाके शादी मत करो, यार क्या कर रहे हो.
right.
So give me your views on that.
Okay. You know what the biggest lie a MSME business owner can tell?
There are so many. मैं तो
मेरी टीम सही काम नहीं कर रही है, मेरी मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी सही काम नहीं कर रही है, मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा स्टाफ का
मेरा
प्रॉब्लम
staff,
है,
मेरा
मेरा
employees,
रिसीवेबल्स प्रॉब्लम है. ओके, बट देर आर few things which an MSME business owner himself or herself is not looking forward for. Okay, see, what is happening for the MSME business owner is they are amazing doers of their business. Okay, but if you ask them to run a business, no, they will work as an employee of their organization. Okay, but if you ask them to run a business, it will be very difficult because never give up attitude. Okay, मेरे से better ये काम कोई नहीं कर सकता. Second is there is always an ego issue. Feedback loop is always missing. I mean, अगर कोई जूनियर बंदा या कोई बंदा ऐसा आके बाहर से बोलता है कि यार this you can do it in this fashion, वो MSME business owner personally ले लेता है,
हाँ.
ठीक है? And he is not able to understand that there is always a feedback of whatever we are doing in our lives. It may be from naturally, it may come from our parents, it may sometimes come from a spouse, it may come from our friends, and even sometimes we have to accept that it may come from our juniors.
Yeah.
We have to accept that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the major issue which they do not accept, that there is a feedback loop.
इस पे मेरा एक टिप्पणी था.
बोलना.
तो फीडबैक लूप में ना, सो आई हैव सीन मोस्ट ऑफ अस नो, जो फर्स्ट जनरेशन बिजनेसमैन होते हैं ना, दे कम फ्रॉम सर्विस सेक्टर, एंड पीपल लाइक अस, वी बिकॉज वी आर नॉट, वी आर फ्रॉम अ वेल टू डू फैमिली. आवर पेरेंट्स वेर इन वेरी गुड पोजिशन इन either banks.
I didn't know that.
Of course.
Very
मैं
nice.
तो बहुत रिच हूँ.
Super.
तो हमने क्या देखा है, हमने ना बचपन से यही देखा है कि पापा तो सीनियर पोस्ट में है, और पापा के ऑफिस में जाएंगे तो सब सैल्यूट मारते, ये करते. पापा भी अगर कुछ चीज़ पसंद नहीं आया तो दिस इज़ नॉट करेक्ट, गेट इट डन. और उनको कोई जूनियर आके बोलता नहीं कि सर इसको ऐसा कर सकते थे. ये हमें सीखना पड़ रहा है, बिकॉज हम वी डील विथ एवरीबडी इन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मीटिंग्स. व्हेन आई एम होल्डिंग वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, मेरा ऑफिस बॉय आके बोलेगा चीनी खत्म हो गया. आई एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, फर्स्ट जनरेशन एंटरप्रेन्योर, विल थिंक अबाउट व्हाट माय फादर वुड हैव डन. वैसे ये टाइम है चीनी की बात करने की. I'm just saying, my father was not like that. I'm just saying कि वो mentality रहती है यार.
Right.
Can't you see we are in a meeting?
Yeah, absolutely.
But as a business owner, थोड़ा साइड में आ, सुन ये 200 रुपये लेके जा, चीनी लेके आया यार, इतने सारे लोग आए, चाय तो पिलाना ही है.
I understand.
So I completely understand what you're saying.
So Saugat, in your example only, why didn't you give that office boy of yours पहले से ही 5,000 रुपया? You were a part of a conversation of 5,000 rupees in your business when you could have taken, I mean, your business is worth crores of rupees, dude. Why are you running for 5,000 rupees worth of business? I mean, why are you looking also into that? Give him that 5,000 rupees, रख, महीने भर के बाद दिखना. ठीक है? It's
Superb.
as simple as
Superb.
that. And you know what? We as a small business owners, what you said is I completely relate to it, because I at some point of time, being a first generation, have been doing this. हर चीज में I would be a part of a decision making. I mean, why? हर चीज में. It could be.
कौन सा दूध आएगा ऑफिस में?
And even that कि अगर ये क्लाइंट आता है तो इसको ग्रीन टी नहीं ऑफर करनी है क्योंकि वो 2 बार और लेगा. So that's a mentality we work upon, you know. So ये जो चीज़ है ना, यहाँ पे we have to give up. We have to understand that these decisions are not ours. Our decisions are more on a strategic aspect. Our decisions are more on training aspect. Our decisions are more on hiring aspects. Our decisions are more on business development, rather than running in processes, rather than running in those areas which we are inculcating our time on. So as I shared with you, 168 hours, this is where it is an eye-opener. It's not wrong, okay? What we are giving to them is what we think is correct. But when we realize that यार मैं वो 1 घंटा किसी और चीज़ में दे सकता था, rather than working up with my client to understand कि उसका ये issue है, I would probably delegate it to somebody whom I know and whom I can trust and whom I'm paying well. Okay, it's very important to pay well. If you give peanuts, you get monkeys. As simple as that. So if you are ready, you should be always be happy to pay if you are replaceable in that particular work. Okay, and we as business owners are not finding replacement. We think that we own and we have to crunch it till it does not die.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yeah.
Okay, we just keep it, we clutch it actually. Not crunch, but clutch it. We clutch it so much that it becomes very difficult for the business to stay. I mean, even for human being, if you just keep on holding it, it becomes very difficult to stay. You got to give the space. You got to understand which areas you got to actually look upon and which areas you got to outsource it.
Lovely,
okay?
lovely.
So that's what it is.
Lovely, lovely. Well said, well said.
Thank you.
So, Now it brings. This was a very, very good one, eye opener for many. I am sure for many, many. I have my partner also sitting here, listening. So I'm sure she is also. मैंने कहा था ना.
You have a business coach in name of
In-house,
Mittal Raval,
in-house,
na? Huh?
in-house. She is there.
Yeah. I mean, she has that personality of being a very simple, a person who has very calm, but she knows what needs to be done, what got to be done.
Take your words back. काम वाम क्या बोल रहे हो?
At least मैंने तो ये देखा है. At least मैंने तो यही देखा है.
Okay. ये इतना इंटरेस्टिंग है कि आई रियली नीड टू टेक हेल्प ऑफ माय स्क्रिप्ट हियर. सो सिंस यू आर कोचिंग बिजनेस ओनर्स एंड माय ऑडियंस व्हिच इज भारतीय MSMEs
Yeah.
would love to know the difference between a self-employed person, a businessman, and someone who builds a scalable company. And MSME सब कुछ करना जानती है, सब कुछ, बट बिल्डिंग स्केलेबल बिजनेस में कभी कभी मार खाती है. इसके बारे में आप बताया कि what is the difference between a self-employed person, a businessman, and someone who builds a scalable business?
Very interesting question, but it's pretty simple. Okay, a self-employed person is trading off his time for money. If he or she is in business, there is a money flowing in. If he or she is out of the business, money stops. Okay, a businessman is somebody who has some systems and processes at place. So let's say if he goes for a Europe trip, business might work, but over a period of time he'll have to come back to business. Now a scalable business, very interesting theory. If you see startups who have succeeded, okay, they have such a rock solid systems and processes at place where 5x of the work or probably 10x of the work gets done without they being 10x busier. Are you getting it? 5x or 10x of the works get done without they being 10x busier. So a scalable business has their game over there.
Which means that they delegate, right?
Right.
They have their systems and processes in place.
Absolutely.
They have their mission vision statement in place.
Absolutely.
And they know what they're doing.
Right. Right.
Total auto mode, huh?
Auto mode.
Wow, wow, wow.
It's not only about them. They have that in place. I know so many businesses, they have vision and mission at place. Second generation business owners, they have goals at place. They have that value proposition at place. They know their market. They know they have done the competitive analysis. Everything is at place. But still they are not able to scale. The major reason is their employees do not know all these things. They are not in sync. They are not in sync with what a business owner is so much thinking about, working upon with his business coach or probably personally himself, that he has written his vision and mission statement, he has done everything, but it has not been downloaded. And then they would end up blaming, मेरा staff ये नहीं कर रहा, मेरे मुझे जो चाहिए वो नहीं कर पा रहे, मुझे गाड़ी चाहिए पर मेरा staff मदद ही नहीं कर रहा मेरी गाड़ी खरीदने के लिए. पर भाई तूने क्या किया? तेरे बिजनेस, तेरे एम्प्लॉयज़ को समझाने के लिए कि तेरा क्या वैल्यू है, तुझे इस चीज़ को कहाँ लेके जानी है. What is your thing to ensure that you have to put your brain to somebody else as well, right? I mean, these employees are coming to your organization with an aspiration to learn. I'm not talking about those employees who come and go. Like we have seen a lot of, I've been seeing reels as well, you know, Gen Zs and all that thing. But I would say that if you give them a right direction, even for Gen Zs, they need a right direction. Okay. Now, if you are yourself not clear, if you are not yourself giving that download to that particular employee, that what you want out of him and where do you see your organization, okay, then how do you expect your employee to do that? I mean, I always feel, you know, I mean, I've given 2 interviews in employment as well. Before I took up my whole profession, I'd gone to Nomura Bank. And I gave my interview and I was on the verge of hiring only. Okay, and they asked me where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? And I realized one thing, why I am not able to ask my employer, who is a manager, that where do you see yourself 5 years down the line? Because if he is not clear, he will not give me the right sort of work, what I'm supposed to do. And if I'm not clear, and then one fine day he'll get a bashing from his higher ups, he'll pass it on to me, but he'll just pass the bashing, but not a clarity of what I had to, what I want, what I should be doing. So that's the whole problem.
Wow.
And as a small business owners, we are the managers, we are the owners, we are everything, probably sweeper as well of our organization.
Correct.
So have we told our employee that you are a first employee and you might have to sweep one fine day? Have you told them very clearly, are you ready for that sort of a role? If you are, then I will probably put you to cap tables one day when I come up with an IPO. You know, I know somebody, they have come up with an IPO, they have created an history, but the office boys also have an ESOP.
Wow.
And they have told their employees, okay, and this is a first generation entrepreneur, okay, had told their employees when they hired that, boss, you might have to sweep as well if I'm not around.
Wow.
Don't take it at below dignity because I'm also going to be sweeping with you there. Probably pocha main maar dunga. But this is the kind of approach. And now when they grow, they ensured an ESOP being given to that office boy as well, who gave the cup of tea, got an ESOP. So today he has also made money out of it. But the point is that you got to create that story. You got to be with them. You got to ensure, you got to tell them what you want. And that's what we as a small business owners don't do, you know, unfortunately. And that's where we loosen up.
Superb.
Yeah.
You know, today we've learned so much, and we can keep talking because हमारे पास तो topics के भंडार है.
Right.
I wanted to sum up this conversation with a very beautiful thing that I did with you once. I went to BNI with you, and truly, I mean, all said and done, I think it was a very enlightening
Right.
moment for me because I never saw so many businessmen in one
Right.
room,
Right.
and so much of excitement. I think I want to extend one, you know, one small offer to all your businessmen, friends, and
Sure.
your coaches. If they come through your reference, we will be giving them 25% discount.
Wow, awesome.
25% discount
Awesome,
on
awesome.
podcasts.
Superb.
So what I will be doing for them is we will cover their story like we are just doing right now.
Right.
We will also create multiple reels out of this podcast, and you'll see it with yours also.
Sure.
And obviously, we have our captive MSME audience
Nice.
who watches our reels and our podcast.
Yeah.
Fourth and most important, we distribute these podcasts in 26 different channels.
Superb. Nice.
So whenever you think of podcast, the first name that comes to you is YouTube
Yeah.
by default, correct?
Yes.
But we also distribute in Apple Music, we are in Amazon, we are in Ghana, Sawan, everywhere internationally also. So that's one small extension to you
Thank you
and
so
to your
much.
community.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much, Hardik. तो इतने short notice पे आया, that really makes me feel good कि यार I have a friend who's always there standing behind.
100%. 100%.
And
There
we
to
need
help
to-
MSMEs here.
Superb. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And I might take your services very
100%,
soon.
100%.
And we start talking about the next stage.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we even do a lot of group coaching. Right now I'm working with a Vijayawada-based small retailers, business owners. One of them is a distributor of Skechers in Vijayawada. And we are doing group coaching for them. I'm obviously going to be there with them for the next 12 to 13 months. It's an online thing. So I'm very much happy to offer this to your business owners as well. Where it will be monthly, there will be 4 to 5 sessions. And this goes on. So their execution happens, and even we try and create that sort of an ecosystem for them where they can further nurture, share their stories with the other business owners, grow. And I mean, at the end of the day, what I'm planning to do is to create that sort of tribe in this where we can help each other and grow each other's business in some way or the other. So this is where I'm coming from. So in case if somebody from your MSME, since you have as a gratitude you have given a 25% off, so any business owner who is coming under this group coaching from your MSME forum, I would be more than happy to offer the initial diagnostic report at 50% off, and even in the group coaching we will work out on that where it becomes a win-win situation for them as well.
Oh, lovely. That is so sweet of you. Thank you.
Yes.
And I'm sure that my viewers are going to take advantage of
Sure.
your offer.
Sure.
Also, make sure that you send us how to reach out to you.
Fair enough.
We will put it in our caption
Sure.
so that our audiences can reach out to
Perfect.
you.
Looking forward.
Bharat Udyog Gaurav Bug is a facilitation company. We try and connect one MSME to another without any brokerage in between, nothing. It's
Wow.
just
Is
pure, yeah. It's pure business to business. You guys get in touch with each
Superb.
other. That's our main motive.
Wow, you already created a forum, buddy. Wow, awesome.
So superb है. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very
Brother,
much for having
मजा
me.
आया,
Pleasure,
मजा आया.
pleasure.
इतना जल्दी तुमको समझ में भी नहीं आया ना?
नहीं.
Thank you so much, and we wish to see you again.
Sure.
मेरे श्रोताओं, मेरे MSME दोस्तों, आई एम श्योर आज आपने कुछ तो सीखा ही होगा, एंड आई एम श्योर दैट आप आज से ही हार्दिक को फॉलो करोगे. ऑल हिज डिटेल्स आर इन द कैप्शन. डू फॉलो हिम. टेक एडवांटेज ऑफ द ऑफर यू जस्ट रिसीव्ड. See you for the next time with another guest.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.